Hi, good morning. So here is my topic today, pentatonic scales in Chinese traditions. I want to start the lesson with the famous song Jasmine Flower from China. Here is a picture of jasmine flowers. Jasmine flower is a Chinese folk song that is global well known. It is also used in Puccini's Turandot to symbolize the Chinese princess. This song uses pentatonic scale, which means 5-note scale. There is no fa and ti, so there's no leading tone nor tritone in this kind of scales. Here, introducing this song is my first part of the lesson today. The second part of the Chinese lesson today is to learn how we as Chinese people categorize pentatonic scale and how we categorize the 5 different Chinese modes. In the very last of the class, I will introduce a new song to you and do some in-class practicing. So here is the Jasmine Flower. I'm going to play on the piano. Here, I'm going to add a prelude before. Let's do it again. So in this listening, I want you guys sing solfege. Use the fixed dose system. Ready? 1, 2. Ready? Go. Two measures. So we end on scale degree 5 if we use fixed dose system. So if you write down every note in this scale in Jasmine Flower, we have C, E, G, A, and there's no B, right? So we skip B, and we'll have C again. And if we start from G, put G at the beginning of the scale, we have So, La, Do, Re, Mi, So. Yeah, we have Re there too. So, La, Do, Re, Mi, So. Letter names G, A, C, D, E, G. All right, why is this important? Why do we have a scale ends on scale degree 5, which is G? If we see the tonic-like note being C here. I'm going to show you guys the Chinese different kinds of Chinese mode, and we will get to know this Jasmine Flower song better. So in Chinese music, we use fixed dose system or fixed gong system. Gong means tonic like. Tonic, well, I use tonic like because it's not tonic in the Western music. Okay, so it's not Western tonic. And it is different from the tonic. That's why I use tonic like. So we consider gong as the tonic like concept in these 5 modes. The same gong rotation differs from the same gong rotation differs from Western music modulations because there are different ending notes, but all of those modes use the same gong, which is C natural. The ending notes changes while the do actually stays the same. That's why we call this note a rotation instead of modulation. Last pitch is the determining factor to identify the Chinese mode. There are 5 different modes, 宫, shang, jue, zhi, yu, or mode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The first mode, Anzong Gong, which is C. The second mode, Anzong scale degree 2 of the fixed dose system, which is re, which is re, solfege re. If you want to use solfege, it's gonna be re scale degree 2, right? The third one is Jue mode 3, Anzong scale degree 3, and similarly, Zhi mode and Zong 4, Yu mode and Zong scale degree 5. Take a look at jasmine flower again. La, do, re, mi, do, re, do, la. So here is the last phrase. And the very first phrase and second phrase, measure 1 and 2 is the first phrase. And Zong G, scale degree 5. Measure 3 and 4 also ends on G, scale degree 5. Alright, there's only one mode ends on scale degree 5, and C is the tonic-like note here. Which mode is that? Yes, it's Zhi mode number 4. So mode number 4 ends on scale degree 5. So la do re mi so. Yeah, this is the mode in jasmine flower. And I hope this is clear. So there's one of the very important side note is to understand that we do have 5 different modes. However, a lot of times Chinese pentatonic music does not have to only have 5 notes in a scale. For example, we might have passing tones, right? And it will end up more than 5 notes in a song if there's going to be passing notes there. But the 5 notes are skeleton. Here is the second folk song that I want to introduce today, Embroidery Bag. So here is a souvenir. It was widely used in the ancient time. People put napkins or lipstick in this kind of bag. It's almost like women's purse nowadays. It is pretty cool because you always have embroidery, those things, beautiful flowers on the bag. Is actually a very beautiful piece of art. Nowadays people not using it anymore, so they are sold as souvenirs in souvenir stores in China. I want to introduce this song because it also uses one of the Chinese mode, and I will leave to you guys to identify the mode. We have 1 sharp in the key signature, so the gong will be And then the song ending is La scale degree 6. One of the 5 modes actually ends on scale degree 6. Which mode is it? That will be your homework. Take home homework today. However, in this class, we can still do in-class activity. Let's use solfege to sing. Fixed will be a nice system to use here. So we start from la, 1 and 2, go. La la so mi re mi so la la. Do la so la do la so mi so re mi re do la. So la do mi so re mi re do so do re mi re do so la. So here the la is the ending note. Here is the song and that's it. I'm going to move to the next section, which is the culture background of pentatonicism. Global-wise, mostly it is used in Asian countries. However, it is also used in African American traditions, jazz style. That's obviously the case. Pentatonic scales without semitones are used in China, Mongolia, part of Russia, and many Southeast Asian Asian musical traditions, such as Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, those Southeast Asian countries. In all of those, in those Asian countries, hexatonic and heptatonic scales also coexist in their folk traditions. However, is not nearly as widely used as pentatonic scales. We call pentatonic scale the scale without semitones, aka an hemitonic pentatonic, because the scale consists of only intervals of major second and minor third. For example, the gong mode, the very first mode that I introduced today, has do, re, mi, so, la, do. We have do, re, mi. Mostly, we have major seconds interval. Mi, so is a minor third, and then la, do, also a minor third. Overall, pentatonic scale with semitones are more widely used than pentatonic scale with semitones. But importantly, both of them coexist in the world. Here is the takeaway and homework for this lesson. The first one is to understand pentatonic scale without semitone and the classifications of the 5 modes in Chinese music. All of those have been already demonstrated in the class. Number 2 is to analyze the mode of the Chinese song Embroidered Bag. So that's your take home homework. Thank you very much for watching. And that's it for today.